Hello guys, my name is Ravinder Mehra and today we are discussing about the evolution of political philosophy. In the first part, we will discuss the root of the term political. To truly understand the field of political philosophy, we have to peel back the layers of history and look at where our language comes from. If we examine the closely related term polity, which is the structural form of a government, and politics, which is the actual exercise of power within that structure, we find that the term political originates from the Greek word polis. In the ancient world, the term polis referred to the Greek city states, which were small and self governing communities like Athens and Sparta. For the thinkers living in these communities, the state was not just a bureaucratic machine. The institutions they established, their councils, their courts, and assemblies, were explicitly aimed at securing a good life for their citizens. To them, the entire purpose of a political organization was to provide the social and moral conditions necessary for human fulfillment and happiness. In the part 2, we will discuss about the evolution of politics, not the term political. When we look at today's politics, our perspective has shifted significantly. In the modern world, we tend to see politics primarily as the formal institutions and the activities falling within the public spheres. Things like elections, political parties, parliament, and government policies. However, political philosophy goes much deeper than the daily news cycle or procedural mechanics. It is primarily concerned with the moral and substantive dimensions of politics. Instead of merely describing how a government does function, it analyzes how a society ought to function, focusing on the core values and the actual ethical impact of political decisions on human life. In the part 3, we will discuss the central problem and the ethical inquiries of political philosophy. Because it focuses on these deeper meanings, the central problem of political philosophy has always been the pursuit of good life and continuous questioning of norms and values. It refuses to accept traditions blindly. Instead, it inquires about the moral worthiness of different political systems and society as a whole, asking whether the state's authority over its people is actually justified. To evaluate this worthiness, political philosophy forces us to confront fundamental ethical binaries. It systematically examines the first, the boundaries of good and evil in collective state actions. The second is the balance of virtue and vice in both the leaders and the citizens. And the third is the ethical dilemma of means and goods, whether a noble goal justifies a corrupt method. And the fourth, the ultimate definition of right and wrong in law and policy. And the fifth is how these elements combine and shape our vision of an ideal